we salty again?
Yep.
Yeah! Woo! There's the Covenant cosmetic stuff. There's the anima change. I'm going to nip off to the bathroom, so you, good sir, handle those things.
Yes. I cannot scroll the page.
That's what I get
But
for
I
drinking
can.
loads and loads of water today. Ah!
Yep. I'm sure everyone caught all that, but he's gone. So, anima changes. So, Ian said they're looking closely at anima over at alts. We'll just throw that up there. So yeah, it's actually interesting that he talks about the upcoming changes being a direct response to feedback from folks who want to play alts but are put off by the prospect of having to redo certain content or systems. Interesting that anima's kind of not super relevant for a lot of people. No, I've not been watching Max's FF Prog, been following it, but I've not been watching it. So the anima cap and BOA anima tokens are both things they're looking closely at. More info soon. I guess that's the thing. There's a lot of stuff that will just keep happening as time goes on, because as we've seen, feedback is starting to work, at least in the whatever apologetic way they're currently doing it. But I mean, they've already got the anima cap change, and then you can transfer anima to alts in 9.1.5. But you have to fully upgrade your Covenant Sanctum first, which is a massive, massive pain in the ass if you're a player who's lapsed in any capacity. Because I think, for an example for me, I've got something like, what is it? Something like 18 days played in Shadowlands so far. I played a substantial amount on one character, and I do not have my Covenant Sanctum finished, because none of the content that grants a substantial amount of anima is really boring. So I've not done it. Most of my anima has been doing the 1,000 every week, and I still don't have enough. I'm still like 20,000 short off finishing it because it costs 30,000. So you can definitely, you'll get it a lot faster now, but it feels like there's always a little catch, always a little catches, little things that keep getting in the way of stuff. Where it's like, yeah, you can transfer anima adults, but only if only if your main is like complete, only if your main is fully ready to go.
What's up?
Talking about how there's always a catch. Always a catch to everything they do, in the sense that they are adding...
Oh, we salty again?
Yep.
Yeah! Woo!
Yeah, so they're able to transfer anima to alts, or you will be able to, but you have to have your Sanctum completed first on a main.
Oh yeah, that bit. Right.
Yeah.
Who the fuck feels good about getting their mission table to rank 3 so that NPCs regain health faster? Something that I don't know if anyone has noticed. Blizz, do us a solid. Either make it everything to rank 2, or just fucking remove it. Just remove it. Just remove it. Just remove it. Because what if... what if somebody has went and they've earned all of this anima, and this is the thing, don't make people retroactively regret how they spent things because you didn't give them complete information, because you didn't know the twists and turns you would make, right? You cannot do that, because what happens if there's somebody, they have been they've just ground out their anima and they've realized they don't really care about the the sanctum things, other than maybe the the sanctum building to get the mogs from that. They've put a whole bunch of their anima into their transmogs and stuff, and maybe it's another 40,000 anima for them to upgrade all of their buildings to rank 3, right? And then this happens. Now that person is going to think, oh well, don't I feel really stupid for putting my anima into something other than the Covenant Sanctum, knowing that I'm a collector and would like to get the mogs or whatever from the other covenants. Don't make people retroactively feel like they made the wrong move.
Yep, it's very annoying how simple things like that can completely tarnish the experience of playing alts. It's because, I mean, if you were a collector-based player, then, your most efficient way is to have 4 characters. Obviously, in 9.1.5, you'll be able to just go get them all in one character because you can freely swap covenants and use them. So that's less of an issue, but for the fast sources of anima every week, you're ideally looking at like 4 characters. But now you can't use any, or unless you spend let me do the quick mathematics in my head. I remember working out at something like somewhere between 60 and 80,000 anima you need to fully upgrade your Covenant Sanctum,
Right.
which is, you know, a decent portion of all you would need.
Good whack out of me.
Yeah, so it's a decent portion of all you would need to buy the collectibles. I know it's a lot more than 60 to 80,000, but that's stuff that will then be wasted if you have a main character and want to send it across. So that is a total of 60 to 80,000 anima that you can't efficiently redistribute your resources based on this, like, you know, the same way you could do with gold if you had, you know, in Warlords, you had 12 characters on mission tables. You could, you know, distribute all that gold to one character. The reason for not being able to do that with anima is a lot lighter, let's say, or a lot less reasonable.
So basically, just remove that.
Yep.
Let's move on. So speaking of just remove that, it's the Shards of Domination.
Yep.
So the set bonuses are now on all Domination gear. All Domination gear from the raid will now have a Shard set bonus attached. This should allow for more flexibility in obtaining your 3-set bonus. Yeah. And you know what? Fuck the thinking that led to that being the way it was at launch. Once again, I don't know who did Shards of Domination. They should never do something like that again. I mean, I don't know. Like, imagine if it turns out that Shards of Domination, Azerite gear, and, you know, all of the bad shit was, like, you know, led by the same group of people. Because if that's the case, that track record is very bad. Yeah. This shit just, oh, man. I wish they were just like, okay, we've hotfixed this entire system out of the game and given everybody 8% more damage. We're rinsing our hands. Obviously not. What they really should do is just let us buy these things. Yeah. They should remove that a bit of gear is needed to activate the 3-set or something like that. Yeah. They should just put the sockets, not the sockets, the shards on the vendor for purchase, and, you know, basically just 100x all forms of whatever it is, just so that these are all acquired and got so quickly and so easily that we never need to think about this system again, and the players don't need to engage with it, because honestly, not engaging with this system, or, you know, it being completely trivial, is more fun than engaging with it, because it's a fucking awful, stupidly designed system. So yeah, none of that. Screw it. What insane, crazy clown universe thinking went into people, I don't know, thinking that domination shards would be an exciting thing for players. It's actually baffling. I mean, there's a version of domination shards that's really quite good. It's just that every single decision that would have went in that direction, the opposite choice was made.
Yeah, I mean, this specifically irks me because it's a minor point, right? But, well, minor point number one is that it's really quite difficult to understand. Why do legs not have a socket, but they have the extra, you know, effect? So why? But the second minor point is this shuffles around people who are what are they called? People who are reforged legendaries. Because now, so I think I saw someone in chat say, let me actually scroll up a second. Hey, at least best in slot BM Hunter Leggy can now be made on the leg slot instead of shoulders. One positive of the Shards of Domination, more stats. So, you know, that's a hotfix. Legendary reforging isn't in, or sorry, legendary scrapping isn't in yet. That'll be coming in 9.1.5. So, yeah, sorry, BM hunters. If you want to be BIS, if you want to feel satisfied with your character, you now have to remake your legendary.
Yo.
I mean, you don't have to, because it'll be a minor point. It'll be a couple more stats.
Yeah.
But, you know, they clearly didn't spend the time and effort to think about you. Which, you know, maybe a minor loss in the grand scheme of solving of improving this system. But if legendary reforging or scrapping were in here from the fucking get-go, you wouldn't have this problem.
It's this weird thing where, you know, I feel like somebody probably came up with this idea and then delegated it to somebody who basically doesn't know what they're doing.
Yeah.
Because you can see how, like, top level Shards of Domination work and make sense. That's why we were initially a bit interested, maybe even a tiny bit excited that, oh, this could be a good move in the right, oh, it could be. Yep. But then it's like, all forms of execution, implementation were fucked. So yeah, I wonder if that's our post-mortem of it. But anyway, a bit of me does think the WoW team just cannot wait until there is a new raid tier and this is put to bed and we never need to think about it again. At which point I would like to remind the World of Warcraft development team that once again you put a whole bunch of work into something that's only relevant for a patch and then is basically removed. Which, maybe less of that's good. Maybe.
Yep.
Maybe because a lot of the things that people are happy about with patch 9.1.5 are things that will stand to the game for a long time. That's why they're excited, because it's not just this patch is being tweaked or this patch is a bit better. It is, this is improving World of Warcraft. That is what we want.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, there's that going on. There's the legs that we've talked about. Yeah, there you go.